So would you please welcome to the stage, he's been Distributor of the Year many times, 10-star Diamond Director, but most importantly, a man of integrity, Mr. Zach Ross.
Yes. Thank you so much. Wow. Oh. I'm feeling it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to beautiful Salt Lake City. Welcome to our 19th annual International Convention. 19 years. Can you believe it? It's crazy to think back on it. I was actually 19 years old, doing some missionary work in South America when I first heard about the vision of USANA through a care package sent from my mother. Half of my life has been spent with this company. And honestly, I'm looking forward to the next 19 years. I am here to stay. Are you? Yes. The theme for this year's convention is living the dream. Like many of you, living the dream has meant much more than the material possessions that we can acquire with our USANA income. We've always believed that USANA is more than a business opportunity. It became a mission for us, a moral imperative to share the vision of Dr. Myron Wentz. When something changes your life so dramatically, you just can't keep that to yourself. You have to share it, right? There's a biblical proverb that states, "Where there is no vision, the people perish." This proverb is as relevant today as it was in ancient days. I'm grateful that USANA is led by a visionary, and that vision has remained consistent over these 19 years. At last year's convention, my mother Colette and I were the recipients of the Dr. Myron Wentz Vision Award. Thank you. In all our years at USANA, no award has meant more. To receive this award confirms something that we already knew, and what each USANA associate must learn in order to live the dream. In order to thrive with USANA, you must personalize the vision of Dr. Wentz. We must make it our own. Vision is a gift that USANA has fostered within me. And I'm not talking about sight. Sight is what you see. Vision is what we feel, what we know. Leonardo da Vinci referred to it as saper vedere. This phrase, saper vedere, was critical in the creation of his art. It was Da Vinci's motto. It means knowing how to see, and speaks to a concept deeper than sight. It's a connectedness. It's a balance. This connectedness, this balance, this understanding of what really matters lies at the heart of Dr. Wentz's vision. Love life and live it to its fullest in happiness and in health. Boom. Do you feel that vision? I feel it. If you haven't already done so, take some time over the next 3 days and personalize your vision. What does living life to its fullest mean to you? To help you clarify your vision, you can ask yourself some questions. You might want to jot these down in your note takers. What would you attempt if you knew there was no possible way you could fail? What would your day look like if you had no financial concern? And lastly, what memories would you want to create if you knew that this was your last week on earth? At the center of my vision is my family. In addition to the unparalleled health benefits, living the dream has meant creating priceless memories with my family, being present for my wife, Kelly, and for my beautiful children. A few years ago, I had the opportunity to take my oldest daughter, Jaden, to Cuenca, Ecuador, where we volunteered at some orphanages. These orphanages were filled with children who had been abandoned and who had special needs. What an amazing, special experience this was for Jaden and I to spend that one-on-one time together whilst in the service of others. A couple years ago at USANA's Celebration at Sea, I took my oldest son, Zachary, to the Mediterranean, where we visited Spain and Italy and France. It was so special for me to see him interact with so many of you, my USANA family. That first night, we were getting ready for bed, and Zachary turned to me and said, "Dad, are you famous?" Thank you. I said, "Zachary, only because you're my son." He's a great young man. I love him. After an amazing week in Kauai at USANA's Fortune 25 retreat, Kelly and I love the island so much that we purchased a timeshare there, so we're able to take our family back consistently. What wonderful memories we've created in the beautiful island of Kauai. And just to prove to you all that I listened when my mother explained that concept of duplication, I'd like to introduce you to my newest addition, my new son, 2-month-old Drexel Hoyt Ross. He is my pride and joy. I am the proud father of five beautiful, healthy, happy USANA babies. Drexel happens to be my mother's 13th grandchild. Lucky number 13. He's in for a treat. Perhaps my greatest role model has been my sister, Charlie. Charlie is a 32-year-old, vibrant, beautiful wife, mother, and USANA Gold Director who was born with cystic fibrosis. Charlie has lived her life with the question that I posed a few moments ago. What memories would you create if you knew your time on earth were limited? Many of you know Charlie and have been inspired by her story through the years. Charlie has always been our driving why with our involvement with USANA. We believe her life has been enhanced and extended and enriched because of USANA's stellar products and the tender, loving care she has received at Sana Vive. Now, however, time has taken its toll. One of Charlie's lungs has completely failed, and the other is barely functioning. When Charlie's right lung collapsed years ago, her organs shifted, and we've recently learned that because of the damage sustained, not only does Charlie need a double lung transplant to survive, she needs a heart transplant as well. My mother is not here at convention this year. She is with Charlie, helping her get ready to go to Stanford University, where she has been accepted by the double lung heart transplant team. I can tell you this is the only experience that would keep my mother from attending convention. We know what matters most, and right now that is Charlie. Our family has personalized this year's convention theme. For us, living is the dream. I humbly ask you to hold Charlie in your hearts and in your prayers. I know how much strength she has received from her USANA family. and from God above. My vision, thank you. My vision is that Charlie and her husband will be here next year celebrating USANA's 20th birthday. It will be Charlie's first birthday with her new heart and lungs. You can follow Charlie's transplant journey on her blog. Charlie is an amazing writer, and her readers, while reading her posts, are left feeling uplifted and inspired. Her website is www.charliesangels.blogspot.com. Not surprisingly, what matters most lies at the very core of the vision of Dr. Wentz. Dr. Wentz was just 17 years old when his father died of a heart attack at age 57. He also watched other members of his family fight degenerative diseases, including his mother, who died of breast cancer in her 60s. Watching his family suffer and die from degenerative disease changed the course of Dr. Wentz's life. He decided to fight, not only for his family, but for the lives of millions of people around the world. He educated himself, earning degrees in microbiology and immunology, and eventually a doctorate in microbiology from the University of Utah, a school he chose because it boasted one of the best immunology departments in the country. Armed with academic credentials and experience, Dr. Wentz launched Gull Laboratories in 1974, where he developed diagnostic test kits for viral diseases that doctors and hospitals around the world still use today. But Dr. Wentz wasn't satisfied. He wanted to do more than diagnose disease. He wanted to prevent it. Dr. Wentz believed he could take the knowledge he had gained, how to grow human cells and keep them healthy and thriving in the labs, and transfer that experience to creating nutritional products to help improve people's health and quality of life. Out of that desire, USANA was born. And since 1992, the associates in USANA have been living the dream inspired by that vision. I believe the story of how and why this vision came to be openly communicates USANA's corporate values, philosophy, and culture. Tested, proven. We are USANA. I remember the very first time I heard Dr. Wentz speak. The trust that I felt happened immediately, without any relation to anything that I knew about him. I simply knew I could trust this man. That trust was well placed. Being involved with USANA, with all of you, has been one of the most profoundest blessings of my life. Dr. Wentz, you have my word that I will be here doing my very best to support our mutual vision and to carry on the legacy of true health. Thank you.